Today we're going to make some beautiful Chinese spring rolls. Once you've learned the skill of rolling a spring roll, you can turn it into a Mediterranean feast with ricotta and artichokes and olives and sun-dried tomatoes. But today we're going to China. So we're going to stir fry some veggies and add them to our pan. We could have vegetarian if you really want to add some meat. How about some chicken? You can use pork, you can use seafood. I'm going to use a little bit of chicken breast, which I'm going to just cut into little. Remember that the vegetables are going to cook very quickly, so when you're adding chicken, you don't want your chicken to be raw. You want it to cook to absolute perfection, and it's going to be nice and succulent. You want to just chop it nice and small. Okay, nice little blockies of chicken to go into that. Some gorgeous fragrant ginger. We're going to use ginger in this format. I wanted the ginger to be like a vegetable, not just as a seasoning, because I wanted to chew it and I wanted to make my circulation flow all over my body, because that's what ginger does. It's nature's Viagra. Very good for you. Okay, so a nice little bit of ginger. The same thing is going to apply to the garlic. We're going to eat it as a veggie today. And because we're chopping it nice and rough, we're not going to smell so bad. If you have a look inside your garlic, there's a little stem. That little stem there normally makes you regurgitate it every 5 minutes and makes all of those lovely aromas come oozing out of your pores. So if you don't like to smell like garlic, just take it out. This is going to be nice and rough. There we go. That's it, some lovely rough ginger and garlic, and we're going to add some fresh coriander at the end. Let's get our pan nice and hot. We're not going to use too much oil. Basically, what I want to do is I want to just wet the vegetables down. I really want to just get them wilted, okay? So a tiny little bit of oil. You can use olive oil if you want to. The Chinese would use peanut oil, or grape oil is also very nice. And it's also nice if you use a bit of sunflower oil. The choice is yours. I love olive oil. I don't mind. Now, the chicken's going to go in first because that is what we want to cook. We want to cook it well. So in with our little bit of chicken. And we're going to put a little bit of Szechuan pepper, which is going to give it a bit of a kick. So in with a little bit of Szechuan pepper. I'm going to put in the ginger, because I want that to just cook down a bit. Okay, to get the ginger going. And then last, we'll put in our veggies. Just get something to stir with. Okay. Just push this around a little bit. And we're not going to add any salt to this because we're going to flavor it with a little bit of soya sauce. We're going to use a bit of light soy, which gives you lots and lots of flavor. Here we go. Just look at that ginger. It's too exquisite for words. Love it. Love it, love it. Can you smell that? I can. It's really nice. Okay. We're going to go in the pan with what takes the longest to cook. Okay, so we're going to go with the carrots first and just give them a nice little stir. It's actually quite nice sometimes with a bit of turmeric in your stir frying. You'll find that in Jian, in China, you get quite a few curries because that's where the Muslim influence is in China. Right, a little bit of cabbage, spring onion, lots of it, absolutely delicious. Look at that. And last but not least, some gorgeous bean sprouts. And you can see I haven't put a lot of oil in the pan. The minute my chicken starts to change color, I'm going to switch this off. And I'm going to continue the cooking process. I'm going to steam fry it now with a little bit of soya sauce. Look at that. Watch the steam come off the pan. Absolutely delicious. Look at that. We're just going to wilt it. This is fantastic. And if there's just the tiniest drop of pink left in your chicken, by the time I've cooked it off in the hot oil, it's going to be perfection. Okay, and because I want this flavor to be intense, I'm putting the coriander in literally right at the end, and I'm now going to switch off the stove. So I'm going to switch off. I'm going to put my oil on there to get it nice and hot. I'm bringing this to the counter. Just have a little looky. You can see inside my pan. I wish you could smell this. It's absolutely delicious. Let's start off with that one. Remember, we're going to just have this little diamond shape. My tip, your tip, good tip. Just take your... You should actually be cooling this down. You cool it down nicely. But because we're going to roll it straight away, we're going to just do that. nice and tight. You don't want to have any little gaps for the oil to creep in, okay? Because that's when it becomes unhealthy, when it's too fatty, when it's too greasy. And I know a lot of people say that Chinese food, and in certain instances there is a lot of fat and a lot of grease in it, but 99.9% of the time Chinese food is actually very, very healthy, even the deep fried stuff, because it goes into such hot oil and it's in and it's out. And normally what's inside is already cooked, so there you have it. Did you see that? Let me show you again. So we have our filling in the center. We're going to bring this over. You're going to pull it back because you want it nice and tight. Remember what I said about the oil? Bring it over, take it a little bit over there, a little bit of egg, or you can use corn flour or flour. You can't use wall glue. Just like that, you have this gorgeous little parcel, and we're going to pop them into the oil. Okay, these are beautifully golden. We're going to just, and once again, remember, don't leave them till they're brown, because they do change color. I mean, they change color from the pan, from my tong onto that. So just bear that in mind. Okay, we're going to just do that, and we're going to take just one of them, we're going to cut it in half and see what is in the inside. And there you have a beautiful trio of flavors. Ginger, garlic, and spring onion. That's the holy trinity of Chinese food. A little bit of coriander, some sweet chili sauce, or you could dip it, if you wanted to take it a step further, you could dip it in some soy sauce with a little bit of ginger, some chili, etc. and etc. Spengel.